Yes, it's fallen through. No surprise, really, Sam, if I'm being honest. And we were always a little bit sceptical when the announcement came through because of all the potential issues. There was these problems with Lance that kept surfacing, and it's better from a fan's point of view to have the right owner than the wrong owner. I mean, we've seen ownership issues. You just have to look in Scotland with what happened to Hearts, and even in this country there's been a number of foreign owners that have not been too helpful to those respective clubs. Am I surprised that it's fallen through? No, especially after that initial statement from Milan Mandaric the other week where he said, I'm going to give this guy time, but I'm not going to give him an infinite amount of time. And today's announcement really doesn't actually surprise me at all, because we've had so many of these potential owners. You know, I go back many years to a guy called Jeff Sheard who was going to bring in Alan Shearer as manager, and a whole host of others have been there, and there's been, for want of a better word, too many tyre kickers, and we seem to be entertaining a few of these tyre kickers a little bit too much from my point of view.
Yeah, but in terms of this takeover, and I suppose under the Milan Mandaric era, he's been looking for investment people to come in and take the club forward. But this one has got particularly far down the line that it was all agreed, and I suppose there was a lot of excitement at the time.
Well, there was, because of the involvement of clubs like Lens. There was a little bit of an arrangement with Atletico Madrid, a bit of Porto and FC Baku. So this guy had his fingers in lots of footballing pies, so to speak. And yes, on the outset, there was a lot of excitement because we thought, this guy actually is for real and he's interested in taking the club forward. And we all thought, and I think, if I'm being honest, I think Milan Mandaric mentioned it in that initial statement where he was kind of preempted to make a statement about the takeover a bit before that he actually wanted to, because of the French media reports. If you remember, it was the French media that reported Hafiz Mammadov's interest in Sheffield Wednesday, and he kind of had to come out and say, actually, yes, I am talking to this guy and we've come to an arrangement.
In terms of now having the takeover, this takeover being done, is there any worry about the future of the club? Milan Mandaric is safeguarding the future. He will only step aside once he does find the right man to come in.
Let me tell you, I am, as a Wednesday fan now, not worried at all, because Milan Mandaric came in, saved the club, and since then has done nothing but do good things for Sheffield Wednesday. You know, he's got a vast amount of experience. He did it at Portsmouth. You look at the state Leicester are in now. A lot of that's down to Milan Mandaric's work there. What he's doing at Wednesday is absolutely fine. There's no financial issues in that respect. Yes, he may be putting a little bit of his own money in, but he knows sooner rather than later there is going to be somebody coming in, because there was interest before the Mammadov takeover. I can tell you, and I know this for a fact, Sammy Yu's consortium were in the background. There was all sorts of potential deals there. There was also deals elsewhere, I think, with another foreign party. They were all getting entertained at Hillsborough, and a lot of talking was being done. So now this takeover's gone, and maybe those interested parties now know that actually the club's back on the market. There may be some further interest further down the line.